BNC, 100% black and brown host all day. Finally, news that speaks to us.
I would say that I am committed to serving as an even-handed Supreme Court justice if I'm confirmed by this body. And I have a record over the past decade that's precisely how I've treated all of my cases. And I've been serving in the District of Columbia, both as a trial judge and as an appellate judge, and we see some of the most politically contentious issues. My record demonstrates my impartiality.
So welcome back. You're watching BNC's live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the confirmation hearings for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. She was speaking about her judicial philosophy. Our panel is back, and I want to talk Candice Cole about puffery, about how it really plays out here in Washington, in which the question usually goes like this. I love kittens, and I love babies, and I love puppies, and I'm against all forms of crime. And you embody all of those great things, but I still hate you. And then the question comes. Black America has to get used to the fact that in Washington, we're used to this, and that if you are the White House on day 2 of these confirmation hearings, you have to be looking at this and saying, so far, so good.
Well, I think that's right. Absolutely right. And, unfortunately, that is something that we have to get used to. And, as we know, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, she literally checks all of the boxes, even boxes that, justices that are currently sitting on the Supreme Court do not have, the same qualifications that she does, in that sense of being a public defender and, the myriad of other boxes that she checks off. But we also, we've heard from Senate Judiciary Chair Dick Durbin that, that is just sort of par for the course. Again, if you were going to politicize it, Judge Jackson would be, more of the liberal leaning, candidate. So, what we're hearing from the Republican Party, even the accusations from Senator Hawley and the questions surrounding whether or not it came up yesterday, if Judge Jackson, if confirmed, would try to insert like critical race theory into the judicial branch of government if she were confirmed. Like, these are things that are unfortunately par for the course. And again, I think that Judge Jackson is doing an impeccable job standing up to all of these rounds and rounds of questions.
Yeah, they're getting ready to reconvene, but I want to get in this sound right now from Lindsey Graham, the senator from South Carolina, to give our audience an example of how it works in Washington. Let's take a listen.
How would you feel if somebody up here on our side said, you attend church too much for me, or your faith is a little bit different to me, and they would suggest that it would affect your decision? Would you find that offensive?
Senator,
I would if I were you. I found it offensive when they said it about Judge Barrett. The reason I ask these questions is I have no doubt that your faith is important to you, and I have zero doubt that you can adjudicate people's cases fairly if they're an atheist. If I had any doubt, I would say so. But the only reason I mention this, Judge, you're reluctant to talk about it because it's uncomfortable. Just imagine what would happen if people on late night television called you an effing nut, speaking in tongues because you've practiced the Catholic faith in a way they couldn't relate to or found uncomfortable.
Candace Kelley, I'm laughing because I heard everything but puppies and kittens. And just a hint for our audience, I'm assuming that we will see that little snippet played on late night television involving the senator himself on another network. Your thoughts, Candace Kelley?
Yeah, we definitely will. And he was really trying to lead her to the water on so many occasions, whether it was religion or whether it was about that amicus brief. And she never would taste the water. She definitely kind of stayed in her own path. But it seems to me that, as we've seen from the beginning, they still just are feeling upset about past confirmation hearings. What he's doing is really should be left for an opinion column in a newspaper, but this is not really the forum. Even by her response, she seemed to be making responses to him and faces that said, you're being ridiculous, and I'm not sure where you're going or what we're talking about here, but I'll answer your questions, but it makes no sense.
Candace Kelley, the jurors, or not the jurors, but the senators are back inside the chambers right now, so I don't know how much time we're going to have to answer this. But speak to what you go through just becoming a lawyer in this country, and the fact that you go through moot court. I know this because my sister is a lawyer and teaches law. You're trained early on to watch out for all of the landmines and the traps that are going to be set. You're taught how to answer questions, so it's not like they're dealing with a rookie.
They're not dealing with a rookie. And as we know, this is the fourth time that she's been through this. They're not rookies. In fact, they are not a rookie team at all. They have all been here before at one point or another in the past years. But you certainly are going to be prepared the same way that you would prepare any type of witness. She knows how to do that. She knows what questions are coming to her because we already have the roadmap. We already have the tweets. We already have the meetings that have happened. We already have senators on record saying, I need to ask her about her methodology, her judicial philosophy, her Guantanamo Bay feelings, her abortion rights, the issues that she might have in determining whether or not precedents should stand. So we know where we're going. She knows where we're going. And listen, she has had the training and she's already gone through so many of the humps and bumps that it takes to be just an attorney, period, in this country, let alone a judge, let alone a federal court judge, and let alone the United States Supreme Court of America. She's prepared.
The questioning is about to begin. As you know me, we're going to take a break because we actually have time because each senator will do their soliloquy before they actually ask the questions, and we will take the questions on the other side of this break. You're watching BNC. Stay with us.